Okay, let's jump straight in. We're focusing today on a real heavyweight from the past.
Indeed. We're talking about the high-grade Universal Century MSSE 0011 Ex-S Gundam.
That's the one in 134th scale.
A really significant kit, this one. First released way back in April 2002.
Right. The extraordinary superior Gundam from Gundam Sentinel, piloted by Ryou Roots.
That's him. A massive presence in the Universal Century timeline. And this original kit, well, it really made waves because of its size.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
No.
So let's lay out the essentials for everyone. Standard release, right? Not P Bandai or anything.
Correct. The standard retail release back then, priced at 2,500 JPY.
Which for the time and the sheer amount of plastic you got.
Exactly. And when you build it, it stands 25.9 centimeters tall.
So roughly 10.2 inches. That's the properly imposing for high grade.
It is.
Yeah.
And that size definitely presented some, let's say, interesting engineering points for the kit designers.
Yeah. Okay, let's unpack that. I mean, it's a 2002 high grade, so articulation.
Well, it's decent, right? About 90 degrees at the elbows and knees.
Pretty much standard for the era, yes. Good functional articulation. But the real talking point is definitely the armament, particularly that main weapon.
The Beam Smart Gun. That thing is just enormous.
Enormous is the word. The Ex-S is designed as a heavy assault unit, and that rifle is rated at, believe it or not, 56 megawatts.
56? Wow. That's serious firepower. How did they handle that in the kit?
Well, that's where the practicalities of plastic models come in. That huge rifle needed a dedicated support arm.
A support arm, like a separate piece just to hold the gun up.
Precisely. It actually replaces the left side waist armor piece entirely.
So you swap out armor for a gun stand?
Essentially, yes. It's needed just to keep the kit stable when posing with that massive weapon deployed. It's a fascinating bit of engineering compromise, really.
I kind of love that, though. Shows the sheer weight they were trying to represent, and you can stow it on the backpack if you want a cleaner look.
You can, yes. Which is useful. And beyond that, you've still got 4 internal beam cannons and those 2 Beam Sabers stored in the knees.
Plenty of firepower, then. You know, if you enjoy these kinds of deep dives into kit engineering and the lore behind them, definitely hit that subscribe button to keep up with us.
Moving beyond the physical hardware, though, this is where the Ex-S gets really interesting.
You mean the transformation into the Yai Cruiser mode?
That's part of it, yes, for long-range capability. But crucially, it's also co-piloted.
Ah, by ALIS, the AI.
Exactly. ALIS, or Advanced Logistic and Inconsequence Cognizing Equipment, a highly advanced artificial intelligence.
And this wasn't just some basic flight computer, was it? It was learning, evolving.
Precisely. It was designed to grow in comprehension, almost like a partner. It could even compensate for the pilot.
So why even have rewrites in the cockpit if ALIS is so capable?
Well, ALIS was still experimental in many ways. Its primary function, arguably, was protective. It was designed to take full control if the pilot was incapacitated or in extreme danger.
A safety net, then, but a very, very smart one. What other tech did this thing pack?
Oh, it was loaded. It had an I-field generator around the cockpit block.
For beam defense?
Yes.
Yeah.
But its power consumption was immense, so it could only be active for very short bursts, not continuous protection.
Okay. And then there's the remote weaponry, the Psychommu stuff.
Correct. It features wire-guided income units.
Like funnels, but wired.
Sort of, yes.
Yeah.
Less advanced than funnels, but still remote weapons. And interestingly, it also has 2 reflector incoms stored in the knee armor.
Reflector incoms? What do they do differently?
Instead of attacking directly, they deploy and, well, reflect beam shots. They can redirect enemy fire.
Redirect, so turn the enemy's attack back on them.
Potentially, or at least deflect it. Very advanced defensive tech.
So putting it all together, this HGUC kit, designed by the legendary Hajime Kotoki, it represents a machine of extremes, doesn't it?
It really does. You have this immense physical power, like the Beam Smart Gun, that requires a physical crutch that support arm. But then you have these incredibly sophisticated systems, like ALIS and the reflector incoms, operating on a totally different level. Cognitive, almost psychic tech.
It's quite the contrast. Physical bulk meets high-level AI and remote weapons.
Which leaves you with a rather profound question to think about, doesn't it?
Go on.
When you have an AI like ALIS, constantly learning, capable of taking full control when things get tough, how much of a victory is down to the pilot's skill? And how much is just the machine itself ensuring its own and the pilot's survival?
Where does the pilot end and the machine begin? That's definitely something to mull over.
Indeed. And just a final note for you listening. This audio was generated using AI Gemini, We're always working to improve the pronunciation, especially with complex Gundam terms.
Yeah, some of those names get tricky. If you hear anything that sounds off, please do let us know in the comments. We'll look into getting it corrected.